So y'all ain't ready. And you wanna know why you're not ready? Because I was not freaking ready for this package, you guys. As you may have seen, Huda Beauty released a new palette called the Empowered palette, and I was very lucky to receive this in PR. It showed up at my house and I was like crying, screaming, throwing up, trying to be cool, but so excited I couldn't hold it in. And I am just so excited to play with this, to dig in, and to review it for you guys. We're going to be doing a 3 looks, 1 palette. I will be showing you swatches and giving my full review at the end as well. Just to preface, I do love a lot of Huda's products, so if that makes you think I'm biased, maybe there is some bias there, but I'm a pretty straight shooter. If you've been here for a while, I'm not going to say I like it or that it's good if it's not. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm done yapping because I'm ready to put this on my eyeballs. Okay, you guys, if you're new here, subscribe. I post every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And yeah, let's dive into this. Okay, so for this first look, I think I want to do something with the cooler tones and play with some of the textures. So I'm going to go into this Big Dreams shade right here. I think that's what I want to go in with first. Yeah, because that other one's going to be too warm. So yeah, I'm going to go in with Big Dreams first. And that's just what I'm going to set all over the lid. Also, if I sound a little bit nasally, it's because I have a cold. And I mean, I could have waited to film this until my cold was gone. But I really wanted to get this up for you because I know a lot of people were curious about this palette, myself included. Actually, before I got this palette in PR, I was searching for videos of reviews and people doing looks, and I literally only found 2. Babs Beauty and I forget the other one, but I only found 2, so I was like, you know what, I want to get this up. I need to get this up. The thing also that I really liked about this palette, and her palettes in general, she's very bold with trying different things and different formulations. Like, for example, you know, in the Naughty palette and in the Rose Quartz palette, she did these Petri dish shades. I didn't like them, but she tried something new, you know? And in this palette, we have a couple new formulas, which is, you know, really exciting. The mattes so far are blending well. What I would expect to know from Huda, I really do like her mattes. As you can see, they are very pigmented. This is her bigger palette. She only launches 1 of these big palettes a year. So I've come to really look forward to them when it's time for them to launch. And I was so excited to see what she was going to do this year. And I definitely don't think that she disappointed at all. This color story is so beautiful. I will insert swatches for you guys so you can see them. We have 2 like cream-ish shades. They're like, they can be used for like a gel liner, or if you want to use a cream base. That's the shade Purpose and the shade Worthy. I'm going to try out one of those today with you guys so we can try them out together. The other new formulation is the Manifest shade. It is pretty. We will see how it holds up though, because it has like a gel type formulation in the middle between the pigment, which is different than anything that I've seen her do in a palette before. And then she has some of her classic marbled shades, some really sparkly shades, and then a good amount of mattes. I think this palette is really well balanced in terms of formulation, so I'm excited to dig into it. Gosh, I love this color on my eyes right now. Like, how pretty is this? I'm not sure if this winter shade will be dark enough to pull correctly out there, but I'm going to dip in it and we will see what happens. But I think I might be able to build it up to look nice out there. We shall see. This palette, if you're curious, launches on October 3rd. When it goes live and I wake up in the morning, I will have the link in the description if you want to check it out. It's not affiliated. Just wanted to make it easy for you guys to find. The palette retails, I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's going to retail for $67. That's usually what they retail for. It'll be available on Sephora and Huda's site directly, so whichever, you know, you prefer. I've also heard some people talking about how they feel like this palette is similar to the Natasha My Dream palette, but I don't really think that it is. I did a 3 looks 1 palette with that as well, and I'll link it if you want to check it out. But I don't really think it's that similar at all. I do plan to do some comparison swatches over on my IG. I thought about doing it in this video, but I wasn't sure how many people would be curious and seeing something like that in this kind of a video. So I kind of held back. I'm trying to decide. Ooh. I feel like this lid shade here would be stunning. I'm going to do a little bit of glitter glue. Just to help everything stay in place per usual. All right, now I'm going to go into this shade Courageous. It has a really, see that flip? Has a really nice flip to it. And I'm going to put that on the lid. Oof. Ooh, she's pretty. Actually, it might be, oh, the shade might be kind of similar to the multi-chrome in the My Dream. Man, I wish I could ask you guys in live time, like, do you want to see comparison swatches of those 2 palettes or not? Like, I wish I could ask you in real time, but obviously I can't. Dang. But this one is so pretty. Ugh, so pretty. And this is giving me like vampy Halloween vibes. Also, some of these flakier shadows in here are so like sparkly. I swatched them on my hand, like this one. Oh my god. Swatched it on my hand the other day and it was insane. Oh yeah. Let's just tap a little bit of that in the middle for fun. Ooh. Oh yeah, guys. Now we are having fun. Oh my goodness. Just like I'm barely tapping any. And wow, we are getting so much. Oh my goodness. Wait, okay, I was like, did I use the wrong finger? Oh man, this is pretty. Okay, now that I have it all over, let me wipe this off my hands. Okay, so what I went in with on the lid is this shade here, which is the Charisma shade, and it is so, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. Like, wow. And that's one thing that I love Huda does so well is textures. Texture. But yeah, obviously I have some fallout, but I do my eyes first, so that doesn't bother me. I am going to hop off, do the rest of my face, and I will be back to show you the final look. Oh my gosh, I almost totally forgot. We're going to use the liner shades together as well. I'm thinking I want to use this Worthy shade here since we already have that purple going on. So I'm going to dip in with an angled liner brush like I typically would if I was going to go in with a shadow. And we'll see how it goes. I don't know if you guys can really see it since the color is kind of similar, but it looks nice on this side. Just a nice enhanced line out into that wing there. Didn't seem to have any issues applying it. Maybe if I have time, I could do graphic liner in one of these looks or something. We'll see. Yeah, okay, that looks good. I think that enhanced that really nicely. Now I'm actually gonna go finish the final touches and I'll be back. Damn. I am really loving this final look. I will give you guys a close-up shot of this per usual. But wow, the sparkle that this has is just stunning. And the flip that you're still seeing with like the purple and the light is just gorgeous. I think it makes my eyes pop really, really nicely. I really wanted to challenge myself to use this Charisma shade here because when she first like released the palette, this was like my least favorite shade right here. So if you take this away, I liked it better this way or even without those, just because like I'm not a huge like gold person. So I wanted to challenge myself to use it. And I think that it looks really beautiful tied in with this purple and with that multi-chrome shade. Yeah, I just realized my hair still flipped up weird. But yeah, it just looks so pretty, you guys. I, of course, at the end of the video, will update you on how everything wears as far as like longevity, increasing, and how the liner holds up. But wow, I think this look is beautiful. And what I love about the liner is it's just kind of a more natural way to enhance this kind of a look. I think it just like adds a really nice touch. It's something that I was unsure if I would like, but I definitely feel like the liners are something I would reach for. But yeah, we are off to a great freaking start, you guys. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into look number 2. Okay, so look number 2, we're gonna just ignore that I'm in my robe. This is as far as I have made it this morning. And I really just want to be able to give these shadows a really good wear time. Like I mentioned before, the best time to do that is when I'm going to work. So I am gonna just dip into this power shade here to set the lid. I want to use some of the different textures in today's look. So I really am curious to see how they hold up. The shade is like straight orange. It's always so interesting how she does her undertones, because I feel like the way they look in the pan is never how they look on the eye. Which is just interesting. Okay, I feel like next I want to go in with this Keep Going shade. I kind of just want to deepen this up. I was going for a little bit more of a cool tone look, but that orange is like on the warmer side. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and dust it over the top to help like bring it back a little bit from being like so vibrant. There's nothing wrong with it if that's like the look you're going for. Just wasn't really like the look I was going for, you know. So next I think I want to dip into this Confident shade, because I think it's going to pair really nicely with the topper that I want to use out of here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and start tapping it into the outer corner. So far the mattes are blending well. What I've come to know from Huda. So that's been good. I really like that shade. Builds nice. All right, now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of NYX glitter glue before I go in with the shimmer I want to use, because this formula I think is new for her with the one I want to use. So I'm not really sure how it's gonna perform or how it's gonna last throughout the day. I'm gonna use the Manifest It shade. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like this section in here is like a balm kind of situation. So I'm gonna kind of just like mix it with my finger and then go in with it on the lid. But I'm not sure, you know, how it's gonna work out long term. Kind of reminds me of looks pretty, the Petri dish shades in texture, but this one doesn't feel as sticky, so maybe it'll hold up better, because I know those used to crease on me fairly quickly. Hopefully this won't, since I'm wearing it to work. Wow, it looks really pretty. The pan does not look pretty now. Should have probably shot the thumbnail first. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, I feel like that looks really pretty. I'm gonna do the other side. Well, so far I think it looks really pretty. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on how it wears throughout the day. But like, see, the shade now looks like kind of messy, but this one's interesting. I like how Huda is constantly like trying new things when it comes to her formulations. I always think that that is really exciting. But yeah, I love the tone of this shade as well. This is like a gold that I like. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off, finish the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to show you the final look. Okay, you guys, here's finished look number 2. I think it looks really nice. I don't have creasing so far, which makes me feel hopeful. But when we move into look number 3, I will update you guys on how this particular shade wore. I really love this look. It's the tones that I typically gravitate towards, so I'm really happy with that. And yeah, I will see you guys in a minute for look number 3. Okay, you guys, welcome back for look number 3 with the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. I cut and colored my hair. I chopped it, and I really like it. So thanks to everyone who encouraged me to just go for it and get the chop. I really love it. I am gonna go in with this shade Keep Going first to just kind of set the base / start to build it up. All of these shades have been pretty pigmented, so there really isn't a good clear like setting shade, but that's okay. We shall make do. But yeah, I just got my hair done and I'm really excited about it. It's like dark, but it has some of the light auburny colors still left in it. And then it has the purple, which I just love. I feel like it's perfect for fall and it's my vibe. If you were here like in the more beginning stages of my channel, then you know I've had like a lot of different colored hair and hairstyles. So I was really happy to get some purple back in there because I just really like it. I think it's fun. But yeah, I have literally the fullest day of filming ahead of me. Oh man, I'm gonna finish filming this video. Then I'm gonna film. I have another declutter I want to film. I am going to film a video that's going to go up tomorrow, and it's going to be swatch comparisons between the Huda Empowered palette and the Natasha Denona Dream palette. A lot of people seemed curious to see that. So I'm going to do that for you guys. And then I have a project panning video I need to film. And then I want to start a 3 Looks 1 palette with the Gemini palette because I've had quite a few requests for that one. So I want to get to it before, like, you know, we're out of the fall vibes kind of situation. So that is on my agenda today. What are you guys up to? Let me know in the comments. Feeling a little chatty, which I probably won't be by the time I'm done filming because, like I said, I have a lot, but yeah. Now I feel like I want to go in with this Confidence shade. I just think it's a really nice shade for deepening that outer corner. I know I used it in another one of the looks, but really it's like I deepened with this shade in the first look, I think it was. And I feel like if I did a really brown look, I could deepen with this shade, but I don't really want to go for a really brown look today just because, like, my shirt and everything, I would like it to tie in a little bit. So that's my thought behind that. After I'm done with this look, though, I am going to update you guys on how the liners wore and how that gel hybrid shade wore, which I'm really excited to chat about. But yeah, this is just a really great vampy, like, fallish palette. Like, it's doing the do. Do you guys remember that, or am I just showing my age? All right, now per usual, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of the NYX glitter glue on the lid because I'm gonna use one of the flaky shimmery shades on this inner portion here. All right, the shade I'm going to use is this one, which is Bold Moves, and I'm just going to go in with a brush and see how it goes with that. Her shimmers usually apply fine with the brush, but you never know. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks nice. Oh yeah, and it's got some like gold, orange reflex in it. Just really pretty. Oh yeah, this looks nice. Spread it out a little bit. Oh yeah, I think that this is stunning. Really, really pretty. As you can see, I did get, or maybe you can't see, I don't know, but I did get a bit of fallout with that shade, which, not to sound like a broken record, but doesn't bother me because I do my eyes first. So I'm gonna just clean this up and finish the majority of my base, and then I think I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna use one of the gel liners again with you guys. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the shade Purpose with a liner brush just like we did last time, and I'm gonna use this to create a winged liner. Yeah, see how like quick and easy that was? I cannot wait to share my thoughts. I'm going to finish up the look and then I will be back for final thoughts. Okay guys, so here is finished look number 3. I really love how it came out. I will insert a close-up like I usually do just so that you can hopefully see the makeup a little bit better and its true coloring and how it reflects and whatnot. I've really been enjoying inserting those for you all. I did want to go ahead and jump into my final thoughts though with this palette and let you know how some of the looks wore over time, because I know we were trying out a lot of new to Huda formulations. So I really wanted to test those out to see how they worked. So for the first look, the new formulation I tested out was this Worthy shade, which is one of the cream gel shades. I also used this really beautiful flaky, like, I don't want to say glitter because it's not glitter, but it's like a flaky shimmer, and oh my goodness, it is so, so sparkly. And those were like the big ones that I tried out in look number 1. So with this one, I did just want to note that I had like 2 pieces of fallout throughout the entire day. I don't think that that is bad at all, but I know people are always curious about fallout. I did have like a piece here and a piece here. Literally just went like, and it blew right off. So it wasn't an issue or anything like that, but I wanted to go ahead and mention it. With the gel shade, y'all, I was kind of worried that these might not last long or they might move around a little bit, but that was not the case at all. Actually, when it came time to remove the Worthy shade, I had to use a little bit of elbow grease. Like once you get that on, it's not going anywhere, which I really, really like. I feel almost like it rounds the palette out a little bit more even, because it's really like you can do the whole eye look in one palette. And like, yeah, I know you can use powdered eyeshadow to create a wing, but I prefer this gel texture just because it gives me a more matte wing, if you know what I'm saying. Or, you know, when you use powder, like you can tell it's powdered. Like this gives a finish that reminds me more of a traditional, you know, felt tip liner wing, and that's what my preference is. So I really like that. It holds up really, really well. It is just chef's kiss. For look number 2, the big shade that I tried out was Manifest, which is right here. And this was the one that had like the gel texture in between the pigment of like the normal eyeshadow. And I was really, really unsure about this shade just because I was worried it would be reminiscent to her other like Petri dish shades, like I mentioned, you know, the one in here. I was worried it was going to be that kind of a texture because that kind of texture would crease on me almost immediately. But that was not the case with this shade. I will show you what it looked like after 10 hours of wear. I had very minimal. I had like 2 little baby creases by the end of that 10 hours. And I was truly shocked because I just did not expect it, one, to like hold up that well, but also I feel like it's probably one of my favorite shades in the palette because the mixture of that, it's just, it goes on like, it's like wet on your lid and it's so freaking beautiful. And I was worried, I was like, man, I'm not even gonna be able to use it because it's gonna crease. No, held up beautifully. I am truly, truly impressed with it. I tried out the multi-chrome, as you guys saw. I thought it was really pretty. It looked great with my look. There hasn't been a shade that I haven't liked or I've had a bad experience with. The mattes blended out well. I feel like the shimmers are beautiful, reflective, sparkly. The camera only does it so much justice, and I'm not really talented enough to capture those shifts as well as some other people can, but I do feel like the shades are very beautiful. The one thing I will say is this palette, initially I thought we had like a cool side and a warm side, and I'm not saying that like we don't have that, but these shades pull so much more orange, peachy than I had originally anticipated. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of interesting and I didn't think I would like it, but it does work with the palette and what we have here. So I don't think it's bad. I just wanted to point that out, that they're not like warm tones. They're not like warm brown neutral tones. They're like more orangey, peachy warm tones, if that makes sense. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this palette. I loved all the looks that I created with this palette. Yeah, it's staying in my collection. I definitely would recommend this one if you are thinking about picking it up. I think it's good, high quality. I don't think that you would be disappointed. Like I mentioned, tomorrow I will be uploading swatch comparisons of this palette and the Natasha Denona My Dream palette, so you can see how they compare or how they don't compare. Yeah, I'm really excited to do that with you guys. But if you have made it to the end of this video and you enjoyed, please do give it a thumbs up before you go. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate and love you all so much. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.